Hello and welcome back to the channel. We're on the edge of our seats as Kuruluş Osman is set to unleash its 192nd episode. The journey of Osman Bey, from a tribal leader to the founder of a fledgling state, has been fraught with monumental challenges, heartbreaking betrayals, and glorious victories. As we approach this next chapter, the air is thick with anticipation. What trials await Osman Bey and his people now? Let's break down some potential developments. One of the enduring strengths of Kuruluş Osman is its depiction of how the past constantly shapes the present. Old enemies rarely stay vanquished forever, and past grievances can resurface when least expected. Could episode 192 see the re-emergence of a threat we thought dealt with? Perhaps a lesser villain from a previous arc now empowered or allied with a new, formidable foe? The Byzantine frontier is ever volatile, and new Tekfurs or even a more coordinated imperial force could be preparing a fresh offensive. We've seen Osman Bey cleverly navigate these treacherous political waters, but with each expansion of his territory, the target on his back grows larger. Might this episode reveal the tendrils of a conspiracy reaching deep from Constantinople, or perhaps even from further afield, aiming to destabilize everything Osman has fought to build? What are your thoughts on which old adversary might make a surprise comeback? Share your theories in the comments below. Furthermore, internal cohesion is a recurring challenge. The unity of the Ke tribe and the loyalty of the Beys under Osman's banner are perpetually tested. As Osman's influence grows, so too does the ambition and potential for dissent among those who might feel overshadowed or believe they have a better claim to power. Could episode 192 lay the groundwork for a new internal power struggle? We might see subtle signs, a discontented Bey, a secret meeting, or perhaps a crisis that forces Osman to question the loyalty of someone close. These internal threats are often more dangerous than external ones. How do you think Osman Bey will handle potential new rifts within his own ranks? Does he have allies he can truly count on in the face of such internal politicking? The concept of Kızılelma, the red apple, a symbol of Turkish ideal and conquest, has always been a driving force. With each victory, the horizon of this ideal expands. Episode 192 will likely see Osman Bey contemplating his next strategic move. Will it be consolidating his current gains, or will he set his sights on a new, significant target that pushes the boundaries of his beylik further? Perhaps a fortress city that has long been a thorn in his side? The preparation for such a move, the gathering of intelligence, and the rallying of his Alps always make for compelling viewing. We could see the episode dedicate significant time to the strategic planning and the sacrifices required for the next great leap forward. What new objective do you think Osman Bey will pursue, and what kind of resistance will he face? Let us know your predictions. Welcome back to our breakdown of what might unfold in Kuruluş Osman's 192nd episode. In the first part, we touched upon lingering threats and the ever-present potential for conflict. Now, let's explore the intricate web of alliances and the immense pressures on Osman Bey as he strives to transform his beylik into a true state. Osman Bey's dream is not just about conquest, it's about justice, order, and creating a sanctuary for the oppressed. Episode 192 could significantly advance this aspect of his mission. We might see him implement new administrative measures, establish new systems of governance in recently acquired territories, or perhaps even lay the foundations for institutions that will outlast him. This state building is often a quieter battle, fought not with swords but with wisdom, diplomacy, and foresight. Could this episode feature a significant council where crucial decisions about the future structure of his burgeoning state are debated? And who among his advisors will prove to be a visionary, and who might resist change? Your insights on this would be great to read in the comments. Alliances in the world of Kuruluş Osman are as fragile as they are crucial. Episode 192 could test existing friendships and perhaps pave the way for unexpected new partnerships. We've seen Osman Bey forge alliances with unlikely figures in the past, rival Turkmen Beys, disillusioned Byzantine commanders, or even merchant guilds. Could a new power player emerge on the scene, forcing Osman to make a difficult choice between old loyalties and new strategic necessities? Or perhaps, more ominously, is there a betrayal brewing from within an allied camp? The signs are often subtle at first. A delayed response to a call for aid, a secret envoy from an enemy camp, or a sudden shift in a neighboring Bey's posture. What kind of diplomatic chess moves do you anticipate in this upcoming episode? Might we see the seeds of a grand coalition against a common enemy, or the fracturing of a once solid front? The personal toll of leadership on Osman Bey is another compelling facet of the series. His responsibilities weigh heavily, and every decision has far-reaching consequences. Episode 192 will likely continue to explore this, perhaps showing moments of quiet reflection or intense pressure that tests his resolve. His family, Bala Hatton, Malhun Hatton, his children, are his pillars of support but also sources of vulnerability. Could the episode present a new challenge that directly impacts his family, forcing him to balance his duties as a leader with his role as a husband and father? The development of his sons, Orhan and Aladdin, is also critical. We might see them taking on more significant responsibilities, perhaps even their first independent commands or diplomatic missions. How do you think the series will continue to portray the growth of Osman's heirs and the lessons they learn at their father's side? Let us know your thoughts. A central theme in Kuruluş Osman is the idea of building a future that will endure for generations. Osman Bey is not just fighting for himself, but for a divine cause and for the future of his people. Episode 192 could emphasize this by showcasing the education and trials of the next generation. We've seen Orhan and Aladdin growing, but perhaps this episode will place one of them in a situation that truly tests their mettle, forcing them to apply the lessons they've learned about leadership, faith, and warfare. Could this be a rite of passage for one of them? Or perhaps a storyline focusing on the younger members of the Ki tribe, showing how the spirit of jihad and the pursuit of justice are being instilled in them? What kind of challenges do you think are appropriate for Osman's sons at this stage of their development? We'd love to hear your opinions in the comments section. Kuruluş Osman frequently introduces new historical figures or fictional characters who significantly impact the narrative. Episode 192 might be the entry point for such a character. This could be a new, powerful enemy commander sent to halt Osman's advance, a wise scholar or spiritual guide who offers new insights, or even a mysterious figure whose allegiances are initially unclear. The arrival of a fresh face always injects new energy into the storyline and can open up entirely new avenues for conflict and drama. What kind of new character, friend or foe, do you think would most compellingly shake things up at this point in the series? And what historical figures from that era are you hoping to see portrayed? Finally, episodes leading up to major events often have a unique tension. Episode 192, given its numerical significance, might be building towards a particularly intense confrontation or a major turning point in the current season's arc. Could we be on the cusp of a large-scale siege, a decisive field battle, or a major political upheaval that reshapes the regional power dynamics? The show excels at ending episodes on cliffhangers or with significant reveals that leave the audience desperate for more. Might this episode conclude with Osman Bey making a bold declaration, uncovering a shocking betrayal, or staring down an overwhelming new threat? The calm before the storm often features in these narratives with underlying currents of unease. Perhaps the episode will weave a sense of impending doom or, conversely, a burgeoning hope for a major breakthrough. What kind of major event or cliffhanger are you bracing for or hoping to see as episode 192 concludes?